In 1989, I first started my drug activity, and over the course of the years, I became homeless from using drugs, being out there in the streets. I've broken the relationship up with my family because of the things that I've done.
Church Street Station is an 80-unit supportive housing community that we've just opened today.
It serves 40 previously homeless people and 40 workforce housing units for people from both Norfolk and Virginia Beach.
Both cities helped to pay for it.
It was developed by Virginia Supportive Housing. It's the 6th in a series of regionally supported developments.
Supportive housing has been proven to be the solution to end chronic homelessness because they provide people with a foundation of housing, affordable housing, and services.
I've been in this situation for so long, you know, living from place to place, and then to be able to almost have my own, I couldn't accept it. But when I really found out and I got the keys and was able to pay my deposit and rent, it was such an overwhelming feeling. I was so happy. It brought tears to my eyes because from being on drugs and not being responsible to learning how to become responsible, and it's been a blessing. It's really been a blessing. I'm grateful.
Welcome to the Virginia Aquarium. Behind me is the Here Be Dragons Changing exhibit. This is exciting because it's our newest changing exhibit and it's got a wide variety of activities for people to enjoy. Everything from the dragon reading nook all the way to an opportunity to play a puppet show with dragons. Then we've got all of the live lizard counterparts for those dragons. And then right behind me, I think you can see Mama, who's our resident black-throated monitor. She's the largest animal in the exhibit, certainly the one that people are drawn to first.
I saw some dinosaur bones and small lizards and big lizards. I saw a couple brown ones and some of them were really huge.
They're great because they actually mimic what you would expect from dragons. Everything from the scales to the teeth to the nails. This exhibit's going to be with us through September 2nd, and it's included with your aquarium admission. So it's a great chance to come through and check out something neat.
Point-of-time count is a count mandated by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Any community receiving funding must take the last week in January in one single night, do a snapshot count of those people experiencing homelessness. Since 2013, our count has gone down about 15% per year. So we're continuously going down, which is a good thing. That means people are being housed. Behind me, we have hygiene kits that were given to us by First Colonial and Bayside High School. And throughout our count, as we are surveying participants, we give out hygiene kits.
We divided into different teams, went out, and based on the areas that we had to cover, we walked around, we looked behind bushes, we looked in vacant buildings to see if we could find people that were homeless. Once we found them, we went ahead and interviewed them and found out some demographical information about them.
Well, the count is important community-wise because it gives us an idea of our gaps, our strengths, and our weaknesses in our programs, and helps us plan for our funding and the programs that we use.
I took part in this today because I'm a retired nurse. I worked in high-risk obstetrics for 30 years. I have a heart for this community. I grew up here. And whatever I can do to give back, I feel incredibly fortunate that I have what I have, and just want to give back.
So Project Homeless Connect is a resource fair, if you will, that's conducted the day after the count, the morning after.
I've been out here 15 months and, I'm just trying to get some housing now.
So it's more of a resource fair, and it gives the opportunity not only, again, to identify people, but to put them one step forward to being housed, because some things that they may not have, those resources are there for them.
It makes me feel blessed that people care. Keep praying, it's going to get better. Keep your head strong, and it'll pass.
So a learning management system is almost like a digital binder for students. It's a place where all of their assignments, all of their tests, all of everything can be kept, that students can go back and look at any time.
The first thought is it's a one-stop shop. It's basically their textbook for my class. It's their notebook where they keep their assignments. It's where they can email me with questions. They can check grades on assignments that they've submitted. When they're absent, it's their absentee work. They go into the folder and everything we've done there is right there. So it's kind of everything all rolled up into one.
If I have assignments for my students, I put them there. If I have articles or videos that I want them to look at, I can put them there. I put things on their calendar so that when they open it up, they see not only my assignments, but all of their other classes where teachers have loaded everything. So it allows them to be more organized. It allows me to be more organized because everything they need is right on the School-ology platform.
It helps me have honest, authentic learning. For example, I was an AVID and we were learning about micro scholarships, and I found that a lot of my students didn't know what it was, and I had made the assumption they did. So I was able to load an article from Forbes right then and there and push it through to all my students. It saved so much time in the classroom, but we were able to have that authentic moment. Whereas had I not had access to this, it might have been something I would do the next class or the following week, but it wouldn't have had that direct impact, that learning moment.
We can make an assignment, we can put an assessment there, we can put links to reading, and it's all in one place.
Usually every time I walk into a classroom, my teacher will tell me that your warm-up is in School-ology, and I'll immediately know what to do because there's always an agenda there. Mainly because there's also a calendar, so we can see what dates that the assignments were put in there. And it's easier for me because I always know automatically what to do in the classroom when I walk in.
Every morning we have warm-ups, and the warm-ups are posted in School-ology, so we just click it and it'll have all our warm-ups.
We've recently done a research project in Colonial Williamsburg. And instead of the students searching for different sites or going on Google and just looking for sites, I found the sites that I knew that they were going to be the most helpful and most appropriate for the students, and I created a space where they could just click on those links and find what they needed instead of spending the majority of their research time just finding a link for their particular topic.
We use School-ology as our go-to point if we want to get to a site really fast.
Oh, this is your assignment to School-ology. Please go to that and then boom, you're there.
All your assignments would be there as soon as you click it. So really, there's no stress.
As far as my grade level, we use it all together. I've used it with the librarian, with Padlet lessons for my kids. I've used it with our gifted cluster teacher. We're all collaborating together and making assignments and putting it right on School-ology, so where it's helpful.
You could go into School-ology and see if you have anything missing or upcoming assignments, so you could go ahead and get prepared for it. And so you could potentially be ahead of the whole class.
I love School-ology. I don't always do well with change, especially when it comes to the technical world, but I think this has been such a great change. The kids respond really well to it. With everyone using it, it provides a very consistent platform, and I think that's one of the reasons that the teachers and the students have had so much success as a whole. We've really adopted it well in the building.